Dude, we're right into it. We're hitting with the back to back to back to back. Dude, did you just...
I just cracked you a beer.
For me?
For you. I made this for you, man.
You cracked this for me?
It's just for you, man.
Can I...
You can drink it.
Can I take a sip, dude?
If you want.
Dude. Oh.
I don't even like beer.
I'm going to take a sip. Hold on.
I'll sip with you. Hold on, here.
Dude, you opened this for me, dude.
I'm all backwards.
Hey, he opened up a beer for me.
Tastes better in a glass.
Do my echoes. Hey, hold on. He opened up a beer for me.
Opened up a beer for me.
Opened up a beer for me.
Opened up.
Hey, shout out Dayn. He made the beat. And he mixed and mastered all our EPs.
Mixed it up.
Hey, all right. And we're into the next episode. Here we go. The Bucks are getting shitted on, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yep. What we're going to talk about?
What we didn't talk about in the last episode.
What we didn't talk about in the last episode. I want to talk about it.
We're going to get to the merch a little later. Right now, we're going to talk about... We're doing it.
Jake Paul.
We're fucking talking about Jake Paul.
Signing with the PFL. PFL, right?
Yep.
So... He's signing with the PFL.
He signed with the PFL and
immediately calls out Nate Diaz.
Which is dope because he wants to do
a two-fight.
One boxing, one MMA.
Yep.
Which could be dope.
Yep.
And that's awesome because Nate Diaz is...
It's
Nate Diaz has got submissions, but he's like not a takedown master.
It's got to be accepted first.
But dude, he's got shots, dude.
Dude, Nate Diaz
he's a sniper.
He's a big sniper. His cardio is unmatched.
Yep.
I don't know if Jake Paul could hang with him late fight. But that's what you say before every Diaz fight.
What's the weight difference there between Nate Diaz and Jake Paul?
They're about... See, Nate Diaz, I think, is probably a little bit bigger at walking around weight.
Okay.
Because I remember when he fought Conor at 170. Here, let's... Sorry.
If the boxing round's 10 rounds, if the boxing match is 10 rounds too, that's something to think about.
So Nate Diaz fought Conor at 170. Nate
Yeah.
was like 190 walking around.
Oh,
and that's
really?
when they still fought at 155.
Wow.
And now Nate Diaz can't make it to 155. So I'm thinking he's like 200.
Wow.
And Jake Paul's... he walks around like
is he?
195, I think. Maybe...
They're about the same size then.
Probably. Jake Paul's probably a lot over 200. He's taller than Jake Paul.
Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to be awesome. And then I don't know anything about what were you saying? Or it was you? Before we get into that, you know Anthony Pettis, right?
Anthony Pettis.
Yeah, from Milwaukee.
Let's give Zach a little mic time here.
Oh,
let's get your raw thoughts. Anthony Pettis versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul can't make 170.
In what? What are they? In what?
MMA.
MMA?
Jake Paul can't make 170.
Yeah.
So Anthony Pettis, I don't even know if he weighs 185.
I think that kicking game is just going to be unfair.
Catch weight at 180?
Yeah, because I mean Anthony Pettis can throw some kicks, and Jake Paul hasn't really seen kicks yet.
No, I mean maybe in the gym, but
yeah, so it's something to look for.
Well, who knows? You don't know the extent of Jake Paul's training.
We don't.
He obviously is.
I saw him
a better
kicks.
boxer than people give him credit for. You know, he's like he said, he's shaking up he shook the boxing world or whatever he said.
I mean, ESPN just posted like a video of him throwing some kicks, and they look good. They looked hard.
Yeah, but you don't know. Yeah, he could honestly he could have been training MMA for
who knows
how long. You know,
I mean, training boxing is technically training MMA.
It's a form. Yeah, boxing is a form of mixed martial arts.
Holy fuck!
Right?
We're coming.
Yeah.
We're almost.
I feel like it's definitely harder to go from MMA. Sorry, it's harder to go from boxing to MMA than to go from MMA to boxing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So
because you already got all those skills down.
Right.
Whereas like
it's just more inclusive. MMA is way more inclusive. It includes wrestling. It includes clinch. It includes, knees, elbows, fucking.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to think for a second. Whatever happened when we were talking about the workout regimen? Like, like it's one thing to come to go to the gym before work, but after work, what episode was that?
Oh, dude,
Because we have video of it,
That was
but we never
before
got it
Alton.
out.
That was before Bowman.
Yeah, maybe it has the banner in it, so we can't. I'll have to check into that. Sorry about that.
Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I started going after work. I don't like getting up in the morning. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's
I don't do either.
I don't.
Seriously, okay, it is my lame excuse. I will call it a lame excuse. I'll acknowledge that it's a lame excuse. But dude, I literally like the work I do during the day. I'm not going to the gym after work.
I know.
I'm literally like, dude.
Good for you for doing it.
I'm
Good for
grinding.
you.
I'm grinding work. A lot of times a lot of days are easier than most. Or a lot more days are easier than. There's a lot more easy days than hard days, is what I'm trying to say.
For me, it's like.
But like when you are really grinding, it's. Dude,
we're
40 hours.
I don't disagree.
It's hard working.
It is. It
But
fucking sucks.
that's why I'll give you props, because you can take that and still separate that from your gym and be like, well, I didn't work at the gym, I worked at work. You still got to put your work in at the gym, which like props to you, because you still are like, oh, I didn't go to the gym yet.
Yeah,
it's a different type of I haven't differentiated the
This
gym
time of year
work
sucks because
than
the sun's down.
From the work.
The sun's down at like 4:30.
Yeah.
I get out of work at 5. And
I
like
use my work as an excuse not to go to the gym.
Dude,
I feel that,
Yeah.
5 o'clock comes around and I'm like,
especially now when it's dark.
I don't want to go.
And that's
dude,
the thing,
I'm
like,
going
I got-
home, bro.
But then I go.
Either way,
and once I'm there, man, it's like I'm here. I
Yeah.
spent the gas money. Gas is expensive as fuck.
I can tell a difference too. Your arms are way bigger.
I got
sure.
Nipsey Hussle in the headphones, and I'm just
One thing I will say though, your arms are getting bigger, but your shirts they've been small.
I've been growing out of them, dude.
You grown out of those 6th grade shirts.
You grew out of them
7th
when
grade.
I met you.
Dude, fuck you.
You need to
You've
get bigger
been grown
shirts,
out of
bro.
I know. I got that Izod shirt when we went to Vitens, dude.
See, that was a sick shirt.
That Izod?
I
got that as a-
I
I
seen
put-
that a mile away. I
Dude,
said he's got the Izod
I
polo
fit into
on.
that, didn't I?
Where'd
yes,
you get
sir.
I got it as a
Kohl's?
gift, actually. I put golfing stuff on my Christmas list. We talked
Kohl's,
about that.
Shout out to Kohl's, because they got that A1.
Dude, Kohl's
golf
cash.
stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Shout out
yeah.
Joey P with the
Yeah.
Kohl's cash.
With the
dude.
Kohl's card, dude. If you got the Kohl's credit card, you're even more of a fucking
Yeah,
pimp.
you're balling.
I got a Costco card.
Oh yeah, but anyways, the
yeah.
whole back to the whole Jake Paul thing.
Yeah. Okay. So he also, I think personally, if Jake Paul were to fight Anthony Pettis, it's going to be Anthony Pettis' walking around weight. And I think Jake Paul will probably cut weight. I think that Jake Paul dude, shout out Anthony Pettis, Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
But
And
I think
Sergio.
Jake Paul,
I think so too.
I think we're at the point where we start giving Jake Paul a little bit of the advantage.
You gotta
Sometimes
put a
he
little
paid
bit
his
more
dues.
respect on his name. You gotta put a little bit of respect in his
You do.
name.
Nate Diaz, I think
I want to see
beats
him
him
fight.
at both.
I just want to see him fight a young
Dude,
like,
Nate
a
Diaz
young,
beats him at
fast
MMA
fighter.
100%.
Someone that's
Just
young and fast. Someone,
So okay, that's
a
another
prospect.
thing.
I want to see him knock out a prospect.
See, I don't
But
think
it's
we're
a
going to be
prospect,
seeing
dude.
prospects
But
because
that's the thing, is that's where
Like
he's
a-
trying.
like a-
that he is
Like
that
a Sean
dude.
O'Malley,
That's
someone that's just flying up in the ranks, just too fast. Like,
But that's what
can
he's
you pull
doing.
up quick
That is what he's
that
doing.
pay-per-view
is he is
division,
just-
that
he's
pay-per-view
flying through people.
league or whatever.
younger people.
Are you
like a
talking about
young
his
kid.
super the pay per view within the PFL?
Yeah.
That okay? Yeah. I was just looking at that.
So he's
It's,
starting a new thing where it's like
So he signed with PFL, and okay, let me start with this. PFL, the way, from what I understand, I don't know a lot about it, but from what I understand is they have. This is just referencing the Jake Paul video that I watched. They have like a regular season where all the fighters fight each other during the regular season. I don't know if it's a point system. I would assume it's a point system.
And he's working on
Or
that
a
with
win-loss
Anderson
system.
Silva.
So, but hold on. This,
No,
so
that's
they
a different
do,
thing.
Oh, okay.
They do a regular season, then they have a playoff,
Okay.
and then all the fighters. So essentially, all the fighters are fighting each other. Like the best fighters are fighting the worst fighters, who are fighting the other worst fighters, and
Sure.
they're all
Tournament
fighting
style.
tournament. It's literally you win
Gotcha.
to advance,
Mhm.
and the championship is all the champions have $1 million. They win $1 million or whatever it is.
Oh, dope.
So
So fighters are getting paid.
they're
you know,
getting paid
that's the whole-
heavy, yeah, and that's their like they have a regular season, a playoffs, and a championship, and then the champions win. $1
Now is it
million.
like winner takes all? Like what if you're a runner up?
It's
What
within
happens
your-
with that?
I don't know. I
Eh.
don't know. But his super division or whatever it is.
Yeah,
let me look on my phone what it is. So super fight. He's gonna make a super fight division. So it's a pay-per-view event, and it's gonna be it's called super fight division, and the fighters are gonna make 50% revenue of whatever the pay-per-view makes. So
Dude.
the fighters are getting paid and honestly it makes you want to get the pay-per-view because you know where the money's going to. You would rather order it kind of like it's
so
almost
dope.
like local business type thing where you're supporting the fighters themselves, because if 50% of whatever you pay for that pay-per-view goes to the fighters, why wouldn't you pay for it?
Yeah. So it's like
They're the ones that are in the ring fighting. You should pay for that
That's
pay-per-view.
huge.
If 50% of that is going to the fighters, I'll pay it.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, I'll be the first one to say I have watched plenty of UFC cards and streamed them on my computer or whatever, my phone. I haven't paid allegedly.
I'm not. Don't incriminate yourself now.
Come at me. But like
Dana White's coming for that ass.
But
dude.
like, dude, you can't. If you say you haven't watched fights for free, you're
a liar.
A liar. You're a liar.
You're a fucking liar. Just because
Everyone
you didn't click
watches.
the link, dude.
Everyone
You're in
has
the room.
watched free UFC.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the UFC, you've watched free fights.
Everyone's
You
done it.
have you,
Not promoting that.
especially with the price of pay-per-views going up for the UFC.
$74.99.
It's up to $84 something or
You
something.
talking about a carton of eggs?
It's
or-
over $80 now.
Yeah.
It's
pay-per-view.
over.
You got to shoot a shot to
It
talk
was
about
Oh,
it
shit.
was 79 and now it's like 84.99 or something like that. So the price of pay-per-views are going up. So why wouldn't that go to the fighters?
Right.
that. Yeah.
I hear you.
That's sick because
That's awesome.
they're
Also-
going to come out. That first card that they do is going to be a banger.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see if PFL is
Yep.
a contender.
In the UFC, do they
I'll
when they go to the
watch.
hospital? Do they have to pay for that? Does anyone know?
After a match, no. If you got to go to the hospital like
You're right.
3 weeks for something that may have happened in the fight, I'm not so sure about that.
What do you
it's a-
think about
it's a
Dustin?
fight. It probably
Dustin's
happened in the
injury?
fight.
His staph
Yeah,
you know?
probably. If
Probably got
the
cut
bigger
taken
fighters
care
are
If you're in a
covered.
fight, that feeling
another
that you
fucked
got
up
is
thing.
That's another
probably
fucked
from
up
that.
thing.
Sorry, what'd you say, Zach?
Like if you're in a fight, that feeling that you have in your leg or whatever, it's probably from the fight. Like fights are intense.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like I'm not so 100% sure, like
I don't know how that works.
Damn.
because they got to have health care,
Yeah,
right?
it's you
Yeah,
have to
I
have
hope.
healthcare.
Well, yeah,
I
they
don't
have
know.
to fight probably.
I would
Maybe Jake
imagine
Paul's
the
onto
UFC
something.
would provide some source of health care for their fighters because there's blood. There's blood and bodily fluids getting exchanged in the ring. Like,
Yeah.
they've got to
They
have
have
some
to.
sort of.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
they have to like get tested for shit.
Right.
So
Oh,
like
yeah.
that probably
CAT
is-
scans
Yep.
before every fight, I think.
so there has to be. I don't know the specifics of
There's
that,
procedure.
but like that's not my realm of.
I didn't grow up with fighting.
Realities.
Like my dad never watched it. I think my dad would love it if he actually.
I really didn't either, but like
if my
it's-
dad
it's
like
so
invested
badass.
the time to like
That's
watch
why.
a fight.
That's
I
why I
he'd really
think
like
it's. That's why I think it's cool that. I mean, I don't know really anything about PFL besides I saw a lot of stuff. What was it? A few months ago about the champions. I saw the fighters won their we probably saw the stuff of their fighters that won the $1 million checks, and everyone was like, oh, all these fighters are going to sign to the PFL. All these fighters are going to go to the PFL. Look who did it, Jake Paul. And then
maybe he's just like
a
the first
co-executive for the super fight division or whatever it is. That is a division where the fighters are going to get paid 50% revenue on all the pay-per-views, everything. I would imagine everything.
I wish Alton was here to talk about this.
But
I hope Alton signs to PFL.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Dude, if he could get just from
That's
winning
where
a
the
couple
money's
fights,
at.
get that $1 million check.
That'd be dope if he was here.
And you
He
want to know
deserves
what
that money? He
you want to
deserves
know?
that.
You want to know what's crazy is, I know I'm gonna watch PFL.
Oh,
I know all three of us are gonna watch PFL now.
Yeah,
which is
I'll watch that
weird to
fight.
think
Yeah,
about
why?
because
What the
it's
fuck?
Jake Paul.
I'm super into PFL now. What the fuck's going on?
Right, we're talking about PFL. We're all probably gonna buy whatever pay-per-view that comes out.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a revamp, like a good way to get back into
spices it up.
Spices it up a little bit because
it's spicing the game up.
UFC is getting to the point where it's like I'm a huge MMA fan,
Yeah.
like that's my
Just
favorite
your
sport.
MMA.
And now I'm only watching like the big fights
Yep,
because there's so many on that it's like, well,
dude.
I know that these are just going to be
Some of the prelims on the Izzy
the
card.
prelims are almost better sometimes. It's just like
Prelims, the double.
Well, they got
knockout.
that one like 18-year-old fighter, whatever his name is. Is it Luis?
Ruiz or yeah. What's his name? The youngest fighter in UFC history.
He's exciting
he was
to
in the
watch.
contender
yeah,
series.
he's
Hard
good
to look
too.
at, but he's
good.
He won his last.
He's good.
He won his debut.
He is hard to look at.
Dude, he's kind of cringy. If that's
It's worse to listen to him talk.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got a putt to say that.
Yeah,
you
you
got
gotta-
a putt.
putt to
You
say
got a
that.
putt to
I'm
say
gonna
that.
be putting a lot.
putt
He's gonna
say
be putting
that.
all night.
Fuck.
see, he's cringy to hear, but I
It's
like
like someone closed the door on him.
you know. Jesus Christ, dude. You got a butt to say that, dude. I'm not even laughing. I'm laughing because Nick spit it out. I'm not
Literally,
laughing. I'm not
you
laughing.
threw that out
this
at me
Buck
while I'm
score outta
drinking.
here. Get
Nah,
this
come
Buck
on,
score
dog.
outta here.
You
Oh,
come on.
God.
That was brutal.
Oh.
You made me look like a fool out here, spitting my drink all over myself.
said it.
He said it. You
Dude,
got a putt to
He's
say
like,
it.
who is it? Who's like that? Fucking Chael? Who talks like that?
Chael Sonnen.
That's like some McGregor
Chael
shit.
Sonnen. Or I don't know. Maybe Michael Bisping gets pretty wild too. Michael Bisping says some crazy shit.
Well, probably because he got hit in the head so much.
Fucking yeah, but dude, Vitor was taking steroids.
They all
dude.
say crazy shit. They all look fucking crazy too. There's a reason for that.
Speaking of steroids, dude, now that it's like so popular, I think I'm just kidding. I got to shoot to say that.
You got to shoot to say that.
Shout out
Dude,
Liver
we're-
King.
You got to
gonna-
shoot to say that.
Fucking dude got popped, dude. He's not even in competition and he got drug tested. He just got drug tested for being a content creator. Like, yeah, dude, you coming in a little hot with all these memes, all right? We're going to have to prick you a little bit.
Hey, you got to take a putt to say that.
I'll take a putt, dude.
Anyways,
It's gonna be his only
Anyways,
one of
we
these.
got
I think the Jake Paul thing is interesting.
It's
and
exciting.
I will follow it.
This might bring a whole new wave of fighters to the PFL, dude. It's kind of exciting.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. It depends on how he does.
Let's talk about our little trip to
To start.
Vitens. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
so
Here,
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. We just went to
Yeah,
Vitesse.
yeah.
We just talked about how it's cold, it's winter time. You don't want to. You can't really get out on the course,
Zach
Well,
pulls
we
up in
did.
his Izod shirt.
Izod.
and it fits me correctly because
Dude, he's
I
tucking
didn't
it in.
outgrow it.
Anyways, dude, it was dope. We did a little simulation. Dude, all of our good shots though weren't being registered. You calling bullshit?
I'm calling bullshit.
Cap.
Well, I mean, like when we were playing, the whole
Some of
thing.
the
I will say
Some
it
of the-
was.
okay.
I will
I'll
say
meet you in
we
the
got
middle.
lucky on most of the shots that didn't register.
Them heaters were nice.
See, I
Right?
remember
Am
it.
I
a little-
wrong?
No, you're probably right. I just remember it different because of how much we were drinking. But there was definitely. I know the floor's different, but my
Yeah, the mat. Shooting off the mat's
my
tough.
pitching wedge game was not bad. I was getting nice lobs, dude.
Yep.
I was getting nice lobs.
You were getting under the ball.
getting under the ball, getting Nice lift on it.
And it was you weren't chopping at it. It was a nice, full, smooth stroke, and you were getting a good amount of loft with good distance, which is what you like. You don't, because you can get under the ball and have it go 10 yards, but you were getting, the ball was up just as high as it was far. 75 up, 75 out.
I'll do this is going to take a little
perfect shot.
Editing for me, but we filmed.
We did a lot of filming
while we were there.
Yep.
So I will pull up while that was just right now. I'll pull up a shot of me doing the pitching.
It'll
wedge.
be right in between us,
and then I'll show a nice shot of Zach.
maybe right there. It'll hopefully be blocking the
My
Bucks
face.
score.
And then we'll show a nice one of Nick right here.
Oh, dude,
Ooh,
there
look at that.
you
Look at that form.
you'll fill up the whole podcast with good shots that you caught on the when was it? Tuesday?
We'll throw
we
some
went on
nice
Tuesday.
shots at the bottom there, right in between.
So
I can throw it on the
so
screen, maybe.
If Nate
cool.
synced
That would be
all
cool.
of the shots that I made that he got clips of, it would probably be 45 minutes of me just hitting the ball, because all of them were going 200 yards.
Hit it with
All of them. I was on fire at Vitens.
Zach, how'd you feel about Vitens?
I loved
Zach
it.
was on fire
Let's-
at Vitens. We all were shooting well.
We were shooting good.
For it being it was the 4th of January when we went. January 4th.
January 4th. Oh,
Yeah, nice 32-degree day, but them heat.
A little
it was-
misty?
It was that day.
It's like you're in a tent. You're like
No way.
shooting balls
Yeah.
outdoors, and you're just toasty, kind of.
And
booth.
we went, and
7th?
when was the last time we golfed? Months ago.
yeah,
Months ago.
I've done a simulator. I did a simulator session a month ago, but it was, I was shooting well there, but dude, when you can go out to simulators in the cold and still just start pumping your driver down the fairway, come on.
Dude.
Dude, it gives you a good
let's-
feeling for the season coming
You
up.
got fucking
Absolutely.
8 minutes here. Zach, I want to get you your feelings. What are you looking forward to most about this season of golfing? You're buying a golf set, right?
Yep.
Virgin.
Yeah, so I'm learning the game still, working on getting my own set.
He's been out with us. Yeah.
So he comes out with us a lot, and he is good. He's just as good as me. And I just started. He's better than me.
He's
I got
teaching. No, you want to know
I
what
just
Zach?
go more.
This is what Zach.
We each
So
have
when
our own
when
areas.
we go out, Zach he's teachable. He's very teachable, and he has a good form with his shot. Like, his shot has good form, and he's teachable. So if you tell him, like, okay, maybe try to open up your club a little bit more, put the ball in front of your stance a little bit more, or in the middle of your stance a little bit more. Like, he takes advice well, and he can translate that with a good shot. And it, like, the first day you went out with us, you were almost carrying.
You got a
all
good
of us.
drive. You
Yeah.
got a really good drive.
Yo, if you got
So-
any good like tips or like golfing advice, drop them in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Please, we all need them.
Yeah, we'll take them.
I've been golfing for years now, and
Just learn how
I
to get it done.
need tips and tricks on how to have a consistent drive and
I think everyone
and keep my cool during putting. How do I
get the
block
jitters
out the distractions with putting?
Uh-huh.
Because we've done it. We were doing it, like, you can hit putts, but the pressure gets to you a little bit sometimes. A
Yeah.
lot of the time.
100%.
Especially not even the pressure, just
Sometimes
if you're having a bad hole and then say you have a 10-foot putt and you're already on a bad hole, you think you're making that putt. You're not making that putt. You need to just
Excuse me.
compartmentalize, and if
like
you're
Giannis
on
at
a
the free
bad
throw line,
hole,
dude.
you can always save it.
Take
The
that.
difference
Just take
is
a
you
little
can
time.
you can
I putt
always
like that.
save it with a putt. A putt can save your hole. You can have a terrible drive, a terrible second shot, an okay chip,
Could still
be
par
on
it.
be on the green
In
and have a
regulation.
15-foot putt. If you sink that 15-foot putt, ooh,
Yeah.
it's a good hole.
Yo, it feels.
It feels good.
It feels
A putt
the
can
best.
save your day, dude. I just need to know how to block out all the bad In with the good, out with the bad.
Bad. Out with the bad and
In with the good, out with the bad. Happy. In with the good, out with the bad.
speaking of
shout out to
Christmas is over, but for Christmas, we kind of all got each other. Well, Zach didn't get any, but Zach got me balls that are way easier to see if you lose them.
Neon. Yep.
Some of them neon balls.
Neon
Shout out
balls.
to Zach. Thank you very much.
You be losing balls.
And then we got some light up ones as well. So, because we're pushing,
Where they at? They're around. Yeah, they're around.
they're around. But okay, we gotta wrap this one up here. We're at 26 minutes. Zach, you're gonna close us out on this one. Let's just hear some shout outs. Who we got? Obviously, we got Zeus. Check him out in the description below.
Alton doing a class at my gym. Show up to that.
Princeton Club. Are you gonna do that?
Maybe we'll see.
How much does it cost?
I don't know. We'll look into it. Let's look into it right after this.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
I'm not gonna agree to anything. Sorry, I know myself.
We
We can get some personal training from him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So
He's off. Always. Alton's always offered personal training and
Really?
always
That's dope as
offered
hell.
it to me. You too. He's always offered it. Whenever
yeah.
he lived here, he was always like, "Oh, dude, come through. Please come through. Please come through."
What a
Like
bro.
he was like, "I'll charge, but like
Yeah,
it's
support
for
me.
like And I was like, my trajectory is in a different path than training.
No, I hear you.
You know,
Everyone's got their own thing.
I train to
Alright.
fix cars, not my body.
Feel you?
Unfortunately.
Just put some captain in it.
put some
And
cap in it.
sail
Let's do it.
away.
Let's
Hey,
put it.
easy,
let's do a nice
easy,
little
easy,
cheers.
easy.
Everybody,
Cheers.
make a toast to everybody you love.
Make
Mom,
a toast to your family members,
Mom,
your
Dad.
loved ones.
I love you guys so much.
Shout out.
Love you, mom and dad.
Mom, Dad, Hannah, Levi, and Noodle.
And Leanne.
What up, animals? What up, kitty cat? What up, doggy
you.
dog?
And go Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
Go Bucks. Go Packers. All right, let's cue the music
Did
here.
they just say go Packers?
Dude, the Bears are out.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck the Bears.
We in this, baby. Get out the cheese, dude.
Shout out Green Bay. My boy is a Lambo.
Shout out Matt.
Leaper.
Shout out Matt.
Hop in the
Shout out Matt.
fence.
Shout out Drew. Shout
Coming
out
up
Dayn.
to
Flawless
Lambo.
D.
We'll accept him.
We love you.
He's from Chicago.
Let's give a random
Hey, remember
shout
last
out.
time we had to win out?
Let's see if anybody's listening. Let's see if they bring it up. Shout out Luke and Steve.
Won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we did.
Shout out Luke and Steve. Shout out Jensen. Shout out
Brian Hunter.
Mr. Kufog.
Shout out to Matt Mezra. Shout out to Matt Mezra. This dude's literally
Daddy
carried me
Mez.
Yo,
through
Jensen and Kufal.
years of training
We'll
and
get them.
years
Got them
of
radio voices.
helping me fix cars, bringing me to the point where I'm at in fixing cars and stuff. And now we're going our separate paths, and he's helping out other people. And I just want to say shout out and thank you for everything.
Shout out Joe Maywall.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
Yeah. And shout out to Rob for
Mr. Cup.
trusting me
Rob.
to be on my own and trusting me for everything that he does, because I'm
He just
kind
deals
of a
with the bullshit.
degenerate that does podcasts.
And
On the side.
we'll use a little Ziegler to wrap it up.
Hey,
Let's get on out of here.
That's a wrap.
that's a wrap.
Goodbye.
Wrap it up.